some of which will fail, some of which will succeed. At baseball, they don't let you just sit there and wait for the perfect pitch.
You are afraid to fail.
There's going to be some amount of failure.
Depression, I was so depressed. I didn't know how my meaning, I didn't have any purpose.
Failure is essentially irrelevant.
Failure is a process. You'll try different things, you'll get a plan, it won't work, and the growth happens a lot slower than you think. Hi, my name's Jose Noya, and I'm here to inspire you every single day through inspiration. And this is what I want for you to live your life. So just remember, just stay inspired. And today we have a massive lesson here from Elon Musk. Over to you, Elon. And also don't forget, you can catch absolutely for free Inspiration Nation podcast. The link is in the description below. Download it and let us know what you think. And don't forget to press that 5-star button.
Let's go back to failure for a minute and the mindset that you and your leadership team at Tesla and SpaceX have on failure. I mean, the SpaceX blooper reel that you guys did in, I think it was 2017 timeframe, was definitely, hey, we embrace this learning that occurs. More recently with the Tesla truck and the ball through the window, also that mindset, that mindset that embraces failure. How do you personally, I mean, those kinds of failures would drive a lot of us in this room nuts, but it doesn't seem to drive you nuts. Seems like you're very comfortable with it. Can you talk about the mindset that requires for you to be that accepting of that kind of failure?
Sure. Should we roll the video?
No.
Or should we not?
No, we should not roll the video. Not yet.
Okay. Well, I think of these things as just there's a certain amount of time, and within that time, you want the best net outcome. So, for all the set of actions that you can do, there's going to be some of which will fail, some of which will succeed, and you want the net useful output of your set of actions to be the highest. I'm going to use a baseball analogy. At baseball, they don't let you just sit there and wait for the perfect pitch until you get a real easy one. They can give you 3 shots. And the third one, they say, okay, you get off go back to put somebody else up there. So you're 3 strikes on baseball, not on bat anymore. So what you're really looking for is what's the batting average? How you doing on score, and just there's going to be some amount of failure, but you want your net output. Net useful output to be maximized. Failure is essentially irrelevant unless it is catastrophic.
So failure, what we're talking about, failure. You are afraid to fail, absolutely 100%. We all do it, I've done it, you've done it, but failure is the lesson. We've all gone through it, so for me, if you go back to my original website, jcoaches.technologies.weebly.com, you'll see my blog on there. It's up and down, but since 2011 I've been up and down doing this thing. But it's been taking evolution. I've failed a load. I have struggled with putting content out there and what's happening. And the big thing that happened for me when I started this journey was that depression. I was so depressed. I didn't know how my meaning, I didn't have any purpose. And I didn't know really with clarity where I was going. So that for me was my biggest failure. And the thing is what we got on the head, right? It's what we've got going on here. We're always just going through life with no direction. We don't know what we're meaning to do. And for me, it was wanting to help others, but I didn't know it. I wasn't self-aware. So having that self-awareness is huge. Having it, making sure we live and breathe that self-awareness, because with self-awareness becomes you then realise what you're doing, where you're doing it, in terms of where you want to go, and also how you'll make an impact on yourself. A lot of the time you just don't realise the impact that you're having on you. It's all about the thoughts in our head, right? It's what we tell ourselves. You're not good enough. It's what I was doing. I was depressed. You're not good enough. What you're doing here, is this it? Is this the extent of my life? And inside I knew there's a seed. There's something more. And I discovered coaching. And again, if you want to find out the coaching, link is in the description below, right? In this video. Coaching saved my life. I recognise that actually I wanted to help people. I love seeing people go for their goals. I love seeing people being successful. But along the way, there is that big piece of failure. But failure is just feedback. And I didn't realise this. And recognising that actually failure is part of the process. In fact, you've got to fail to get better. And we all try and avoid it, all pull away from it because we get these elements of fear, right? Fear steps in, anxiety. So part of my depression, the depression symptoms for me were anxiety. I'd wake up in the morning, the espresso would keep me going, if I haven't come up with it. I wake up with anxiety and I didn't know what to do with it. I did actually recognise that I was feeling anxiety. I just felt that fear. And now as I've got older, it's not old, it doesn't mean that as you get older you get the wiseness, but as I became more self-aware, I recognised, this is one of the symptoms, and with talking therapies and all that sort of stuff, it really helped me through. But the coaching really opened my mind up that there's a lot more options that you can do. So you can do something different, try something different. So for me, I went along to a free coaching weekend, and that was the start of my coaching journey. So since then, I've been preaching about coaching and how powerful it is to get you through failure, right? Because failure is a process. You'll try different things, you'll get a plan, it won't work. And the first time you try anything different, it's not going to work. Expect to be bad, expect to not be brilliant, right? And that's the problem. So when I go back to my first blog, right, I thought, I'll just do a blog and it'll be amazing. It'll go out there and people will read it. Let's be honest, people don't read it. In fact, if you go now to my blog right now, 0 comments, 0. And I've been doing it now for 3 years. But it doesn't mean people aren't reading it. It doesn't mean that people aren't, right? So I post it on Instagram and you get interaction with it. So it shows you that, you are making an impact, and sometimes you don't realise that you are. But people are watching. No, you may not know, but they are. So I've just got to keep going, and I am keep going. And now the YouTube channel is starting to get traction. It's starting to go up in subscriber numbers, and you are joining me on this journey, right? This is what it is. But if I just give it into the fear, if I just wanted just all the results all the time, right? Focus on results, it'd be working, if you don't always get the results that you want, and the growth happens a lot slower than you think. So the results that you're going to get, you've got to have patience, you've got to have persistence, and that's how you get through failure. You have to learn the lesson, right? You have to learn the lessons that come out of failure. So if something you've been trying, if you've been trying something, it's not working, maybe you need to try something a bit different. So for me doing this video today, failure we had is that we've got the podcast video up and I can't download it from YouTube. So what can I do? I need to get a video up this week, and I hadn't done one of these videos for a while. So I decided, right, I need to look at how I can help someone today. And I know that failure has really helped me back, and I know it's a big thing that people struggle with. I know I've struggled with it, and this is why I'm doing these videos, right? So I'm recording this video today because of failure. And Elon Musk, who I profiled at the beginning of the video, he is a testament to it. It shows you what's possible. We go through our lives, trying to, wanting to have big things happen, and all we know is that, we think it's just too big. But it's not really that big when you think about it. It's just taking the steps, and that's what Elon's done. That's what you can do. That's what I've done. It's taking the steps every day. Taking the steps every day. On social media for me that I do, it's not counting the likes. It's not counting the comments. It's just making sure if someone interacts that I respond with the intention to help, intention to serve somebody, and that's what I do. So it doesn't matter how, if I get the one comment and the response, I want to help that person because they put themselves out there to interact, to watch the video, and to really want to put themselves out there because they're commenting. And so that's what I'm always going to do. I'm going to do that. And so now we're getting traction after about 3 years of posting content, right? So the podcast is starting to grow, getting more downloads, getting more 5-star reviews. So I did say at the beginning, go watch it, go to InspirationNation.org.uk and go download the podcast. Every week we post a episode, and we're just 3 guys who are just wanting to inspire people through our stories, through our experience, and we're sharing our journey with you. And this is a journey, right? So you're watching this now, you may be watching this in 10 years time, it's going to go on YouTube, and by then I want us to be global. That all comes from facing failure, right? All comes from that. And so it's all about not focusing on those results, being patient, being persistent, practicing your craft, and making sure that happens. And what I find most in what happens with people is that they dream big, they've got this massive vision, like massive, huge vision. And through that vision, they say, I can't start. It's just too big. Where do I start? So the key is to get started in some way. Okay, get started in some small way. So when we launched Inspiration Nation, I started just doing a 1-minute video. So if you go to my Instagram feed, there's links in the description below. I do a 1-minute video every day. I think I'm on day 970 something, I think it is, in a row. That means Christmas, it means New Year, it means birthdays. There'll always be a video going up. That's my daily practice. That's the reps, right? We have to do the reps. We have to put in the practice to be better, because we fail, and keep practicing, keep doing, keep getting better. But recognising that that's your practice. That's your getting better at what you need to do. And when you do that, you're going to find you get better. But remember, when you first start, you're going to be terrible. Okay, like my blog. If you look at my very first blog, go back onto the janecoach.technology.weebly.com, go to the blog, and you see my very first blog in 2011. I'm leaving it up because I want you to see how bad it is. Like my first video on YouTube, look at that. Go back and look at it. It is terrible. And you'll tell me if I'm doing better or not, right? But that's the progress, right? And it takes time. The problem is people don't want to take the time, and I want you to win. I want you to be inspired watching this video, right? So if you're watching this, you want to be better. You know you've got something more. You know you can deliver more. You know you can be better than where you are now. So today, I'm going to give you 3 steps to start. So remember, first of all, start small. You've got the big vision. So Inspiration Nation will go global. Whatever yours is, start with the smallest thing today. Maybe it's the smallest action you could do. What could you do today? What is it? Is it making a call? Is it sending an email? Is it posting a small video? Is it doing maybe a paragraph or blog? It doesn't really matter. It's just to get started. Number 2, make a plan. You're going to be consistent every day. Every day you're going to practice. I don't care whether it's like for a minute, 30 seconds. Just practice every day, because what you'll find once you start, you'll want to keep going. You have to form the habit of the reps, because you've got the big goal mission, you dialed that back down to the smallest action, and now you have to create a habit of every day taking action on your passion. Action on passion, we like that. Like action on your passion. If you do that, you'll start getting momentum. And number 3, keep evolving. Come up with an idea, come into action. So you've got your small action, you're going to be consistent, and now what you're going to do is take action on your new ideas. So you're going to build on that. So when you do 30 seconds, that's going to expand into a minute. It might expand into 5 minutes. Now I'm spending most of the day on my weekends doing videos, like on this one today. And that's all started from a 1-minute video in the morning. And so that's what I want for you. And it all starts again, and I'll give you another little tip, a morning routine. And if you want a morning routine, just put in the comments below you want to see a video about my morning routine, I'll do one. All right, there's your 3 steps. So don't forget, just keep going, stay inspired. And as always, I want you to win. This is Inspiration Nation. and I'll catch you guys later. So guys, I want you to know, what was your single biggest takeaway from this video? I want you to put it in the description below and hashtag it with Inspiration Nation, because it's important that you take something away and work on it so you can get to your next level. You know you want more, and so to cater for that, we're running coaching services. If you go to inspirationnation.org.uk and catch them there, and you can fill in the form, and then we can have a coach service between you and me, or you and Lee, and you can get to your next level. It's great you stuck to us till the end of the video, so don't forget, check out all my other videos right over here. I'm sure you'll really enjoy them. Also, don't forget to subscribe, because that'll mean a lot to me, and also don't forget to hit the bell, because that will tell you when another video goes live. So you've been watching Inspiration Nation. Keep going, Inspiration Nation, and I'll see you right over there.